Everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to play a little bit in the altered book. I went through a high fructose, I believe it was a high fructose, and I found some amazing work by Joey Colombo. He cuts up currency and recreates art with little bits and pieces of currency. And I made a headdress out of a piece of one of his pieces. So I want to give him kudos for that. Thank you so much, Joey. I did move on and put some of the fabric and corrugated cardboard flowers on the other page, so I'll show you that. And it's just back into reference of the video that was released just a couple of days ago with the fabric patches on deli sheets, cut into flowers, corrugated cardboard for the stems. So I had a little bit of playtime in the altered book, which felt really good, and yet I was able to tie it into the May challenge. So thank you everyone for your Patreon support, your contributions to the village, and anytime you order from Amazon, remember I get a little something from Amazon, which helps keep the supplies on the table for us. So enjoy some fun time in your altered book, and see you on the table. So this is our project for today, a fun background with stencil and gesso and black gesso and underpants and bits and pieces of colored ephemera or colored underpants, couple of stencils, some distress oxide, and the focal point, and some gold dots, and of course the Stabilo. Okay, so here's the page that we're going to work on together today. And this morning what I did is I just took the fabric flowers and the corrugated cardboard video. I'll leave a link to that. I just used that as inspiration for this side. I had some leftover fabric on deli sheets, so I just used that. This was very, very fun. Okay, we are just about done with this book. It's been hanging around for a while. It wants to stay closed. As you can see, it's quite full. We'll go through it when it's done. So what we're going to do on this, I'm going to do a 2-page spread here. Oh, my Mod Podge has a nice film on it. I'm going to do a 2-page spread here, and I'm going to start off with covering the 2 pages with some underpants. And you all know how to do that. So just put some Mod Podge down, some underpants. I'm going to go up here and cover this brown paper bag up here, because that looks like that's going to stay a while. I'm not going to go across the center because it's got a brown paper bag there that's repaired, and I don't want to add any more to the poor center of that. So cover your 2-page spread with some fun underpants, and then we'll come back. All right, I'm going to count on the underpants to create some texture here. I'm just putting some black gesso. I did not wait for the Mod Podge to dry. Drying, overrated. No, well, yeah. I was going to say not really, but yeah, sometimes. So paint the 2 pages with your black gesso and let it dry. Okay, so when that's dry, bring your sandpaper in and scuff it up. You'll be able to pick up some of the texture now. So now I've gone to my colorful underpants, my box that has the bits and gibbles of fun colored underpants, and I'm just going to put some of those down. So we have some lovely colorful underpants on there, but we can still see the black. Okay, I'm Alright, I'm bringing in my white gesso, and I'm just going to paint not too thick, but a layer of gesso on each page. So I'm massaging that down, and I'm going to peel those papers apart, peel those 2 pages apart. Beautiful. Let it dry. All right, we're just about out of daylight. I just spent a couple hours with my grandsons. That's always fun. So this is, of course, nice and dry. I'm going to go in here and sand this down. Good morning. Just finished our yoga. I have some Ezo Gold. Put that in my workspace. Bring in a makeup sponge or a blending sponge. And I'm just going to put some on a stencil. I chose the brick stencil this morning. And I'm just going to add a little bit to the page. You don't want too much paint on your makeup sponge or it'll ooze through the stencil. So just add some fun color to the page. Very fun. Do that to the other page. Now I have a stencil with some trees on it that I'm going to use with Payne's Gray and my sponge. And here again, don't take too much. Just making some more fun stuff in the background. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, these are the fun focal points that I'm going to work with today. The fish, I did make some copies of the fish. And then this is an artist, I'll have to find his name. He cuts up currency and creates art. So I'm going to put that bear head there and then some fish on the side. If you are a Patreon member, then May 1st I sent these out for you, which is very, very fun. So I'm just going to go ahead and Mod Podge these down. I'm going to Mod Podge his crown on him first so that I know that I have that where I want that. At the wrong side, looking at the wrong side. Now I don't have any watercolor on here, but I do have some distress inks which will move, and I do not want that to happen. Once again, working on a very small area on my table because I have not cleaned my desk for a couple of days. Now the bear and the crown are out of a fructose. I don't know if it's a current one or one that was given to me by Dana. And then just parts of the fish where those will fit. Yummy. All right, I'll wait until that dries and then I'll tear those off. Delicious page. So I need a little something something up in that corner. So this is the remainder of his tail. So I'm just going to put that up in that corner. It's a beautiful page. I'm just going to take my Stabilo around all my focal points and blend that out. And to the edges of my page. And we'll check the energy. Now I have a gold Sharpie. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Oh yeah, we're just going to make some dots. And ta-da! Another page done in our altered book. We have a blank page here, so we'll see what's going to happen there. But for now, go create, go play, go have fun.